All right, good morning, boys. What's up? It's your boy Juan back with another video. Here's how I made $4,664 trading the Nasdaq this morning. Okay, caught this long position right here. Here's the P&L for accounts. I made about 1,170. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! I made about 1,175 per account. Right here, as you guys can see, it for accounts, $4,664 in the day. Without further ado, let me give you guys a quick trade breakdown into what I saw, what I took, and why I took it. Okay, boys, guys, coming into market open, I had a temporarily bullish bias. Right, I know on the low. Look, I'm gonna go back on the replay mode so you guys see what I was looking at. I am highly aware. I'm gonna go exactly at. I'll go exactly at 9 o'clock here. Right. I know on the higher time frames, obviously we are very bearish. We take a look at the 1 hour, right? There's nothing bullish about this yet so far, right? I know we are displaying to the downside. We take a look at the 4 hour. We were actually inside a huge 4 hour bearish gap right here, right? The price tapped it a few times, respected it to the downside. We're respecting bearish PD arrays. I was highly aware of that, right? But guys, what caught my attention and why I was long and why I took a long position was if we take a look at our session indicators right here, we can see that price actually swept a lot of these lows pre-market. Okay, we swept these New York PM lows from yesterday and we swept these New York AM lows from yesterday. So we swept previous day's lows. That is a big point of interest in price, right? Those are prominent draws on liquidity that price swept here and here, right? The same thing happened yesterday, right? A big move happened on Asia. A big move happened on London, right? When price does that before New York, I can't just, you know, for market opening, focus too much on the trend, right? Even though obviously shorts play out. I know a lot of you guys probably made money on these shorts, right? The shorts that happen at market open here are obviously valid, but as you guys can see, I took a trade pre-market. Okay, I took a trade before market open. I took a simple continuation, right? And I'm gonna break down to you guys exactly what was my POV and why I took this trade and how I made $4,000 today. Okay, so on the 1 minute time frame, here we'll go on the 5 minute time frame. In fact, we'll go on the 50 minute time frame for a better top-down analysis. You guys know we swept these low. You guys know we swept these low. You guys know we pretty much had a liquidity sweep here, right? We swept these lows, right? And what is price doing, right? I'm not catching a reversal. I'm not predicting the bottom here, right? Price already displayed to the upside. We created a 50-minute bullish gap here, and we created another 50-minute bullish gap here, and price was creating temporarily, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay. So I simply caught a higher high. I simply caught a higher high towards these internal high right here for a quick continuation pre-market. I figured, I know we're bearish, right? I know we are inside bearish order flow here. I know there's a lot of bearish gaps here, but before price dumps to the downside, I saw a very, very clean setup towards these highs right here, right? So when we go on the replay button, right about, I took this trade at like 920, bro. Yeah, somewhere like this, right? When we take a look at this, which is exactly what I was looking at pre-market, what is the most obvious draw on liquidity that will get taken, right? I like to trade. See, I trade continuations for a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 1 risk to reward, right? Continuations are simple continuations, right? It's the continuation towards the next draw on liquidity. When I come into the market, my thought process is where's price likely going to go next? I align the trend, right? We do have a bull run here temporarily, right? And it's just discretion, right? I know on the higher times we're bearish, but chances are, right, before we just dump to the downside, chances are we're probably going to take out this high, right? And we're probably going to tap into some sort of gap or some sort of imbalance or some sort of bearish PD arrays above here, right? Or above this point in price before we do something like this, right? Before we flush to the downside like this, which is exactly what we did, right? We're probably going to come up here, take out this high, and then obviously sell off, right? And that's precisely what we did, and that is precisely what I targeted. So here is how market looked at 919, right? So here I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I see displacement. I see displacement. I get some retracement, and then I enter long right here, boys. Right? This is a perfect A plus setup. Right? I'm gonna go on the replay button again, so you guys see exactly my entry. I was a little bit too quick, right? But guys, this was A plus as fuck to me. Okay, with like no bullshit, this was A plus as fuck to me. What do we get here? Right? We get displacement. We get retracement. I'm entering at this next push up, placing my stop below this order block right here or below this retracement, right? I had an 11-point stop loss and I had a 30-point take profit, right? So this is arguably like a 1 of 4, 1 of 3, 1 of you name it, bro, right? This was my target, right? But we still had, why I let this position run a little bit further up is because we still had London highs right here resting above us, right? So I know we swept these liquidity. I know we swept a lot of lows. So I'm not sure if price is going to just take out this high, right? Pre-market. I said maybe, just maybe, price just trends higher all the way to London, right? So London was my drawn liquidity slash bias, but that does not mean that's where my take profit is going to be, right? I like to trade very realistic and very safe, right? So here is my entry signal, retracement here. I enter at the next push up to the upside, and this is how I trade one. Boom, enter here mid candle, out of here. Perfect exit as well. Perfect exit as well. I did exit like here, like at 29 points. Yeah, like at 29 points for like a 1 of 3, 1 of 4. Risking 11 points, right, with 2 minis, guys. And that is exactly how I made $4,000 trading the Nasdaq this morning. Okay, boys. Very simple day, good day, and yeah, I can't complain at that, boys. I cannot complain at that. That was a very good trade. That was a very good day. 30 points to the upside. I'll take that. Oh fuck, my back is fucked, dude. I'll take that, bro. I'll take that any day of the week. And now we just go to the gym, right? Now we just go to the gym. Hope you guys have a good Friday. Hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.